Yes, fight fans, body and mind sports, my people. You are fully appreciated in this round, my guys. 4 fights on the Last Crescendo fight card. That is coming to us this weekend. I want to give my prediction on those fights. Those fights being Virgil Ortiz versus Israel Madrimov, Zhang versus Kabayel, Daniel Dubois, Joseph Parker, and then finally, but not least, the main event itself. We have Beterbiev versus Bivol for the undisputed rematch at 175 pounds. That is the light heavyweight division. Who will prevail on the night? We shall find out in just 2 days now. But for now, let's talk about those fights quickly. And I want to start with Ortiz and Madrimov. Ortiz, who is 26 years old, has a record 22 wins, no losses, no draws, 21 coming via KO. My guys, my people, that is Virgil Ortiz. Also WBC interim champion at the junior middleweight division. He is looking to hold on to that title, and I think he can do so versus Madrimov on the night. If he can get Madrimov to meet him in the middle of the ring and get some inside fighting going on, my guys, my people. And if he can push Madrimov back in that situation using his physical presence, I'm just making it a real battle of wills, a real battle of attrition. If he can even push Madrimov to the ropes, even better for Ortiz in that sort of situation, because Ortiz, he really cannot afford Madrimov any time and space. You can't afford to give Madrimov too much time to think. Can't give him too much space to maneuver. Madrimov, a boxer puncher and a very good boxer, very physically strong. He's athletic, very athletic, and agile. Great with his footwork, seamless with his footwork, and enough room. You are giving him time and space to leap into those lead left hooks and overhands, and he can do so with his right side as well. So he's got a leaping right hook, leaping right overhand also, and he's very lethal in those types of attacks. Eric Walker found out in their fight, although there was a lot of controversies surrounding that fight, but he floored Walker with one of those. And with his seamless footwork, he really works to kind of get into very acute, awkward angles where he can punch from. He likes to get into your blind side with his footwork, so hit you from awkward positions, acute angles where you don't see the attack coming, my guys, my people. So very tricky. You have to be very careful of Madrimov. Also very technically sound as well, and a puncher, so he has got power. But Virgil can do well on the inside, taking away some time, taking away space from Israel Madrimov, my guys, my people. And I really don't think he can do very much other than that, because Ortiz boxing, going on the back foot, is not really his thing. I saw him try it with Bohachuk and got floored in the first round of their fight, and a few other instances in that fight. Ortiz on the back foot boxing, well, he got clipped a couple times and didn't look good at all. So yeah, he should stay off fighting off the back foot, and make it. He has to turn this fight into a high-paced fight, and he has to get on the inside as much as possible, where he is great at. He's even more defensively sound on the inside. Always got his high guard up, and he is measured, does not neglect his jab, my guys, my people. And in defense, not only does he block with the high guard, but he will slip a few and come back with a counter. So not easily unpredictable on the inside. That is Virgil Ortiz. And when he really starts to mix it up on the inside, he's got a great left hook to the body, a great overhand right. Does really brilliant body work on the inside, my guys. Really digs into the body. And a combination puncher. He does have to be careful though, while punching with his opponents. He did get clipped and dropped by Bohachuk in one instance while punching with Bohachuk. Bohachuk caught Virgil Ortiz on the side that Ortiz was punching with, my guys, my people. So his defense was not up in that occasion there. So yeah, he needs to be very careful and have good anticipation while fighting Israel Madrimov. Other than that, coming into this fight, I had Madrimov as favorite, possibly winning the fight because of his technical advantage over Ortiz. But now I'm kind of leaning more towards Ortiz, because I've seen Madrimov look very ragged versus Walker when Walker took the fight to him. Looked very ragged, looked like he was tiring very quickly. And if Walker can do it, Ortiz definitely can do it, and can do it better. After all, that is his trademark, my guys. That inside fighting, my guys, my people. So I think he's gonna take it. He's not gonna knock out Madrimov, because Madrimov is very durable, but his stamina is questionable. Ortiz can take him into deep waters. Let's see if he can drown him. So yeah, I am going to say split decision for Virgil Ortiz on that one there. So let's move on. Madrimov, by the way, has a record of he's 30 years old, has 10 wins on his record, 1 loss, 1 draw, 7 via KO. So got good power, like as I said, good power, and most of his experience comes from coming into the professional level from the amateurs, my guys, my people. But yeah, let's talk about our next fight. We have Zhang versus Kabayel. It is a WBC eliminator, final eliminator, to decide the mandatory for Alexander Usyk, the unified champion in the division, my guys, my people. Zhang, 41 years old, has a record 27 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, 22 coming via KO. A very powerful individual, big in size, usually weighs in the 270s to the 290s sort of range, my guys, my people. So this is a heavy individual. Is one of the towers in the division as well, 6'6" with an 80-inch reach, my guys, my people. And he really uses that physical structure of his here to blind a lot of your view. Basically, he does not allow you to see beyond him. He doesn't allow you to see beyond him. Really encloses you in and gives you that claustrophobic type of feeling, as if the walls are closing in. So it will have you, you know, trying to move and get out of the way a lot in that situation there. And while doing so, he will be using his jab hand, constantly measuring with that jab hand, constantly poking, probing, and throwing it as well. He's got a strong jab hand, my guys, with all that weight behind it. But he will be measuring you with it as well, and trying to line you up with that bow and arrow like left hand that he has. He is a southpaw, and his straight left is lethal once he lets it go. Joseph and Parker met that left hand and got floored. Could have got finished, but resilience took him through, and he ended up winning the fight, my guys, my people. If you are over eager coming in, you don't plan your route of attack right, you lunge in or anything like that, any sort of those mistakes, Zhang will run you into a lethal right hook. Deontay Wilder, he met that lethal right check hook. Didn't survive that fight. Did not survive that fight, my guys, my people. Got stopped. Well, he did survive, but he got stopped in that fight, my guys, my people. So Zhang, very lethal operator with great timing as well. Great timing, great accuracy. You don't want to be in front of his accuracy and timing when it is at its best, my guys. But the problem is Parker did still beat him in their fight, due because although Zhang is very durable, very strong, very imposing, he has a questionable gas tank. It does tend to tire in the later mid rounds to the championship rounds. You can really start taking over if you can survive the earlier rounds, my guys, my people. And I think Kabayel may be the one to do it, because Kabayel, by the way, Kabayel, who is 32 years old, has 25 wins on his record, no losses, no draws, 17 coming via KO. So good power. Kabayel has good power. He's got good speed of foot and of hand as well. Does great inside work. Brilliant body snatcher. Throws mean left hooks to the body. He will snatch up that body, trust me, on the inside. So good, consistent inside fighter. Punches in combinations and in volumes, my guys. Goes both head and body really, really well. But in case it doesn't work for him on the inside all the time, as we know, Zhang is a big figure, and can be threatening on the inside with whatever he catches you with. So if Kabayel does need to back off at times, even if to get a breather, he can give Zhang a run for his money, make him use his feet a little bit more than he would like to, and that would work to sap his energy even more in the later rounds, my guys, my people. So I think because of Kabayel's work rate, the fact that he enjoys going to the body, can fight on the inside and on the back foot. I saw him fight great on the back foot versus Derek Chisora when they fought each other, I believe in 2017 or somewhere about there, 17 or 18. But he did really, really great versus Derek Chisora, my guys, my people, on the back foot. And he can be relentless on the front foot as well. Really, really worked to tire out Zhang, who I don't think is going to be able to stop Kabayel before 6 rounds. So I think he takes it. Kabayel takes the win. Won't stop Zhang. Zhang is too durable, too big, but will get the decision. And I would say unanimous decision to Kabayel on that one, my guys, my people. And he is the younger as well. Is Zhang's junior by 9 years. By 9 years, my guys. So I think that will come into play. The youth and of course, the relentlessness of Kabayel. So with that said, let's go to the next one. We have Daniel Dubois versus Joseph Parker. This is going to be a tricky one for Daniel Dubois. Joseph Parker, very tricky fighter, uses his legs very well, so good footwork, great lateral movement, doesn't back out all the time in straight lines, but he can make the mistake of doing so, and you can catch him trying to move out from the inside. But really, really overall, technically and fundamentally sound. He's got a good jab, always leads with his jab, always trying to come up with something behind that jab as well. And he can catch you in spontaneous moments. He's got a very sneaky overhand right, that if that lands, it is very heavy and has got knockout power on it. You can see from that punch. So Dubois needs to be careful of Joseph Parker's tricks. You know, he is the more technically gifted fighter, I will have to say. But Dubois, very young, 27 years old. How old is Parker now? Parker is 33 years old, by the way. I'll go through their records soon. But Dubois, very young, very strong, athletically gifted, got good speed of hands and feet as well, and has got immense power, my guys. Daniel Dubois has got immense power, one punch KO power, and I don't think Parker would be able to survive through the fight in front of Daniel Dubois' power and his relentlessness. If Dubois is anything as relentless as he was with Anthony Joshua and Kabayel, it's over for Parker in 7-8 rounds. But I'm gonna go for 8 rounds. I think Dubois takes it. They're both on a surge right now, but I think Dubois is on a stronger surge, younger, and he's super confident right now. So yeah, I think he's going to take it, my guys, my people, and come away with the win, retain his IBF title, my guys, my people. So that now takes us to the last fight on the event. This is the main event, after Beterbiev versus Dmitry Bivol, the rematch, my guys, my people. What more can they do than what they did in their first fight? Because in that fight, Bivol was getting chased about in the ring too much for my liking. Beterbiev had him on the back foot almost all night in that fight. There were some instances where Bivol was standing with Beterbiev and trading, but very short moments and far and few in between. So I think you would like to employ a bit more of those in that fight, in this fight, a bit more of those instances. At the same time, when he is countering and punching in combinations, possibly sit on his punches a bit more, so not punching and then trying to run at the same time. So not punching and moving back simultaneously. He's really got to sit in on those punches and make it count properly, make them count properly. Also, when standing and throwing his combinations, he usually throws 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, so there's no variation. Why not throw 1-2-2 or 2-2-1 or 1-1-2 or 1-1-1-2? Just vary the punches so he's not so easily predictable. I found that Beterbiev was finding it quite easy to block most of Bivol's attacks, my guys, my people. So Bivol not always catching him clean, so he needs to vary those punches and make them count. As for Beterbiev, I think he's going to turn it up a notch in his relentlessness. He's defensively responsible while doing so as well. Got a great jab, always leads with the jab and the footwork behind it. Very comfortable, small steps taken at any given time, and very seamless with his footwork as well, that you almost don't see that he's actually got great footwork like that. But he's got better footwork than Beterbiev. I'll tell you that. He's smoother with his footwork. What am I talking about? Beterbiev has better footwork than Bivol. He's more seamless with his footwork, while Bivol is more gallopy with his footwork, I noticed. But with that said, I think Beterbiev will turn it up a notch. He will come out faster than in the last fight and will invest in the body a lot more. In those rounds where he invested in the body, was getting Bivol tired pretty quickly. So the earlier he goes to the body, the better for Beterbiev, and he could stop Bivol. He could stop Bivol, my guys. However, Bivol very fundamentally sound, and going to the body as well is something that Bivol can also apply in this fight. But Bivol very fundamentally sound, very defensively sound. It's going to be hard for Beterbiev to penetrate with his attacks the way that he wants to. So I don't think he will knock out Bivol, although it could happen if he turns it up and tires him out. So Bivol really knows how to will have to know how to manage the rounds this time around, so that he comes away with the win. But I don't know. I don't know, man. Both fighters said they didn't give it their all in the first fight. But if they both turn it up a notch, I think Beterbiev wins. He's too much of a machine. Just too much of a machine. He's going to win. And I think he will win via decision this time around. It will be a unanimous decision for Artur Beterbiev to retain his undisputed title at 175 pounds, my guys, my people. With that said, on this fight card, the greatest fight card in the history of boxing, they've been advertising it as. But how great is it now? Because no more Shakur Stevenson versus Schofield. That fight, Shakur Stevenson, is still on the bill. His title will still be on the line, but no Floyd Schofield, apparently, because he got pulled out due to being ill. And the rumor going around is that he's been poisoned, and I've seen the pictures with him in intensive care. But before this news about him being poisoned coming through, and they were saying that he pulled out, I was saying to myself, I knew it. Because even from the beginning, when he gave the excuses of the signature page of his passport containing his name as well, got torn out of his passport got stolen from his house or wherever and vandalized, his car getting planted. Actually, from that passport time, I said to myself, do you know what? Schofield is looking for a way out. Because even though he's been talking trash, it's his father that really took him into this fight. So it's his father that pushed him into the fight. I don't think he really wants to fight Shakur. Not right now in his career anyway. So I don't know what's happening there. Also, he had the excuse of Shakur possibly not being a clean fighter. Those accusations there, and Shakur getting people to plant drugs either in their house or in their car, then being visited by a SWAT team. And then now the latest concerning him being poisoned, Floyd Schofield, that is, the rumor is that he may have been poisoned by a member of Shakur's team, his masseuse. Now, I really don't know. I really don't know about the situation there. All these things are very bizarre, and I'm quite too outlandish for me to believe, to tell you the truth. I don't know how all these things are happening so quickly in quick succession of time to lead to him now being in hospital. So it's a weird one. Anyway, I hope he makes a quick recovery from the hospital. But yeah, the truth needs to surface on this one. So yeah, they need to get to the bottom of things on this one, my guys, my people. But the fight is still going on with Shakur. Floyd will be replaced with Josh Padley, 29 years old, 15 wins on his record, no losses, no draws, and only 4 coming via KO, so not particularly known for his power. He has faced better opponents than Floyd Schofield has so far. Josh Padley has been, you know, he has been in harder fights coming up. You know, he has had harder oppositions. So in terms of experience, that is where I would say his experience comes from, my guys, my people. Decent fighter. And he is ranked in 3 of the sanctioning bodies. I think highest he is ranked at number 9 or number 10, something like that. I think it's by the WBO on that one, but I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, he is a decent fighter, Josh Padley, but I must say not on the level of Shakur. I expect Shakur to stop him in within the 7th or 8th round. I'll say 7 rounds, my guys, my people. Padley, who's actually coming off a good upset win against Mark Chamberlain, my guys, my people, but still at the same time not on the level of Shakur. I think he stops him in 7, 8 rounds. If he doesn't, then Shakur's offense again come into the spotlight and under fire, I guess, my guys, my people. But with that said, we need to find out more about the Floyd Schofield situation, and I hope he gets better. So my people, that's all I have for you on this one. Before you leave, do like, share, subscribe, drop your comments below, and as always, stay super blessed, my guys, my people. Can't wait till this weekend.